All right, time for our main event, an heavyweight explosion. Alexander Zolkin, originally out of Moscow, Russia, now residing in Westerville, Ohio. 27-3, 18 knocks out. Big James Gaines, or a smaller version of James Gaines, out of Houston, Texas, 15-5, 12 KOs. He's at Bill Benton's House of Pain, where he took off the 80 pounds. We're coming to you tonight, the Grand Casino, Biloxi, Mississippi. Arnie Tokyo Rosenthal along with Kevin Kelly in this much anticipated 10-round heavyweight fight. And there's Alexander Zolkin. After losing to Henry Akinwande back in 1996, took off almost 3 years, came back, has knocked out Dave Slaughter, Willie Williams, and Paul Phillips in succession. Hasn't fought since July. Probably would like to be a little more active. And hard to get fights, and a lot of people don't want to fight the big southpaw out of Russia. But one of the guys who said, yeah, I'll take this guy on tonight is the svelte version of the old James Gaines, and that to me is the story tonight. We keep harping on it, but anytime somebody loses 80 pounds, Jesus, Kevin, that's like losing, that's 2/3 of a Kevin Kelly.
That's more than 2/3 of me. That's almost like all of me. I only fight 126. Imagine he lost 80 pounds.
Like I said, 2/3 Kevin Kelly. But there he is, James Gaines, originally out of Knoxville, Tennessee, training down at Bill Benton's House of Pain in Houston, Texas. And very interesting character. He's had some interesting. He beat Jeff Wooden, so you know he's got boxing skills. He got down to 281 that night for that fight, which was light at that time for him.
He beat Jeff Wooden.
Beat Woody. And but Gaines' real question was, okay, you're down to this weight now. What kind of strategy? What do you expect to see from Alexander Zolkin? What are your thoughts? James had these thoughts.
Well, ain't nothing. I don't look for him to do nothing. I look for me to do everything. I'm here to fight, you know. Only thing he has to do is hit me, and it's a fight.
All right, Gaines, as we said, down to 255, outweighs Zolkin by 10. Same height, slight reach advantage, negligible. They're both the same age, so on paper, I would say, except for Zolkin's experience, it's an even matchup, Kevin.
Pretty even matchup. Like I said, I'm interested to see what kind of fight Gaines is going to have.
All right, well, we're trying to get it on. We're going to go up to J.D. Lyons. He's going to get our introduction started.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we welcome you to the fabulous Biloxi Grand Theater, located on the grounds of the Grand Casino Biloxi. As tonight, Cedric Kushner Promotions, in association with the Grand Casino Biloxi, present Heavyweight Explosion. This bout is sanctioned by the Mississippi State Athletic Commission, the Honorable Billy Lyons, Chairman and President ringside. Also present at ringside tonight, Chief Deputy Commissioner Sal Taranto, Deputy Commissioner John Lyons, and Deputy Commissioner Steve Johnson. The timekeeper for tonight's event is David Taranto, and counting the seconds in case of a knockdown is Denver Anderson. Your physicians at ringside tonight are Dr. Lance Barnes and Dr. Todd Coulter. Your matchmaker for tonight's event is Eric Butcher. The three judges assigned to this bout are from Folsom, Louisiana's Mr. Paul Sita, from Biloxi, Mississippi, Mr. C.D. Jenkins, and from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, Mr. Keith Hughes. When the bell sounds, the man in charge of the two fighters will be the renowned Mr. Elmo Adolph, referee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Grand Casino Biloxi, this is your main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks and weighing in at 255 pounds. He comes to us tonight representing Houston, Texas. He brings along his professional record of 15 wins, only 5 defeats. He has 12 victories coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing James Gaines. And now his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim. He weighed in at 245 pounds, originally from Moscow, Russia, now fighting out of Westerville, Ohio. His professional record stands at 27 victories against just 3 defeats. He has 18 big wins coming by way of knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Alexander Zolkin. Once again, your referee, Elmo Adolf, now to give the fighters their instructions.
Hi, gentlemen. You received your instructions yesterday. You know what I expect. Shake hands, come out boxing.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled for 10 rounds.
All right, Elmo Adolf, always right to the point. He gave his instructions. No nonsense referee. There's Zolkin. Zolkin, a very quick starter. Last 3 fights, 1 round, 4 round, and 1 round knockouts. Gained some punching power, 12 knockouts in his 15 wins. Kevin, the real question here, besides what Gaines is going to look like at this weight, is he's had a layoff of almost 1.5 years, the longest in his professional career.
Well, it took a long time to get that weight off that he had on his body. So, you know, hey, it could be working against him. Like I say, he's a little rusty. And like I said, I'm interested in seeing how Gaines fights with the weight off too.
Strategy right now from Zolkin appears to be that they're going to go to the body. Zolkin, of course, a southpaw. Gaines had some good southpaw sparring, according to what we heard down at the House of Pain in Houston. Right now, though, being slightly tentative against Zolkin. Very surprising. Gaines taking a lot of shots here early.
Sparring and fighting are 2 different things, you know. Sparring is one thing, but fighting with those little 10-ounce gloves is another. Especially guys in the chin trying to knock you out. Sparring, you know, is a little different. Not to be confused with fighting.
Zolkin really going to the body right now on Gaines, looking to take those long legs away. Gaines 6'6", to Zolkin 6'5".
The big thing that Gaines got to do with the left is you got those straight right hands and follow with your left hook. That's the common sense thing you always tell you to do over and over and over again. Zolkin's got his own straight left hand to throw his own. So that's just a matter of a power shot first. Who throws the first power shot?
Zolkin known for being a fast starter over the last several years. I would have to say Gaines somewhat of a slow starter and somebody that's gone the distance quite a bit.
Right now, like I see Gaines not establishing a jab. He has the reach on Zolkin, but he's not establishing it. He's not keeping his jab in his face. He just got hit with a big uppercut, Gaines, and he's got to respect Zolkin respects him right away. And,
bottom line, Kevin, is Gaines is getting hit a lot this round, and he's not throwing any punches.
Like I said,
very tentative.
He's a little intimidated by his lefty stance, and also the attack of Zolkin. Like you said, Zolkin's a very fast starter.
2 biggest wins in the career. Gaines came back-to-back. He knocked out Terrence Lewis in 6 rounds in September of '97. Came back 1 month later, beat Jeff Wooden in 10 rounds. And then took some time off. Didn't fight till Feb of '98. And Corey Sanders, not the South African, but the one from Maryland, beat him over 10 rounds. Then ventured over to Russia near the middle of 1998. The 6-round decision over there. Then took off some time to lose this weight properly and really see if he could do this the right way. Couldn't fight up in the 300-pound range.
Well, I'm not saying his hands going like I would think. I think he has less luggage to carry. I'm going to see his hands go out there. He's not doing nothing.
All right, very slow round for the lighter Gaines, and another good one for Zolkin as he's trying to get another win in the bank.
That's it. Here, God. Just keep fighting like that now. Okay. Hand me the infill out of the bucket. No.
Well, as we're looking at Alexander Zolkin, James Gaines might have lost some weight, but he just sat on the stool and broke the stool in his corner.
I guess the stool would have been with the big
Gaines over there now. He's sitting there and lift the chair up there. Broke the stool right out from underneath him. There's the stool that Gaines sat on. And even at 255 pounds, he demolishes the stool.
Get that water up out of there.
Well, let's hope he brings that demolishing to the fight.
Round 2, scheduled 10 rounders. That's James Gaines in the red shorts, Zolkin in the black and red stripe. We were just saying, Gaines sat down on his stool, and in spite of the fact that he's lost 80 pounds, the stool totally collapsed underneath him. They had to lift the chair up from ringside for him to sit on between rounds. Zolkin, meantime, doesn't find it funny. He goes right back to work on the body of Gaines, and let's see if they can set anything between rounds to kickstart Gaines, Kevin. He's just not doing enough.
Well, he's not doing the essential things. The biggest thing you got to do against a lefty is throw a straight right hand and follow to left hook. And you got to come off a jab. Gaines is not extending. They're going to jab, establishing the jab once a moment, but it's not going forward with the jab. Going backwards, Zolkin's not going to back up at all. He needs to go forward with the jab, throw right hand, and come back to the hook. Then he'll gain Zolkin's respect.
And I've seen fighters, when Gaines was weighing 320 pounds, go to his body for 10 rounds and wear themselves out. Gaines didn't feel it. There was so much fat there. Zolkin's going to the body right now, and I see the difference. Gaines is feeling this body attack because that 80 pounds is not there. It was all around his midsection before, and now he's feeling body shots, and that may be something new for him.
Well, something definitely new for him also. Like I said, he ain't fighting a year, so that's something new for him too. I mean, people think that, you know, you fight all the time frequently. You're more active, you're more on the scene. Now Gaines is attacking. He's throwing the punches, he's throwing the throws. He's not going to get into this fight until he starts to put himself into the fight.
Very tough first fight back. This is scheduled for 10. The last time he went 10, he lost the 10-round decision with Corey Sanders in February of '98. Starting to open up a little bit now. And interestingly enough, Zolkin breathing a little heavy out of his mouth, and we're only in the second round.
Well, Zolkin backed up off that combination too. Zolkin, like I said, Zolkin got wait. Let's see what Gaines is going to show to this fight. And I guess, you know, Gaines does have it in him. He lost the weight. He has confidence in him. I guess when you see what Zolkin has, let Zolkin throw punches and he throws punches back.
Gaines getting the range on the right hand lead, and he's got Zolkin a little bit on his bicycle. And Gaines starts to open up. He's going to make Zolkin pay for those body shots, because when Zolkin goes downstairs, he's wide open.
Well, one thing when you punch to the body, you have to do, all fighters have to do, you have to bend your knees. You don't punch down, you bend down, and you punch down. Because what happens when you punch down, like Zolkin's doing right there, doing it again, he's leaving his chin exposed to get hit. He's got to bend his knees so he can punch to the body. And that's what Gaines is capitalizing on right now. He's letting Zolkin go to the body so he can punch him in the head. That's exactly the strategy by Gaines.
Elmo Adolph warning both fighters for holding on the inside. Both fighters listen to his instructions. Thus far, an easy fight for Elmo to call. Gaines trying to land that right hand lead again that worked for him so well in the middle of the round. Gaines certainly picked things up and perhaps stole this round.
With that hook, just keep bringing it.
He's slowing up already, James.
You can't stand. You don't like the body shot. You don't like the body shot. Just drop that
Dropping the right hand to the body, bring the hook. Go to the right hand to the body, left hand to the head, right hand to the head, left hand to the body.
Here you go, here you go, here you go. Knock it.
As we begin round number 3, James Gaines' corner likes what they were seeing. I like what I saw in round number 2. They're looking for a right hand to the body, left hook to the head, Kevin. That's pretty good instructions when you fight the southpaw.
Like I said, that's how they say that most righties will hit a lefty. And that's what he needs to do. Straight right hand, bounce the shoulder. And like I said, one thing Zolkin's not doing when he punches to the body, he's not bending his knees. So he's leaving his chin exposed to get hit by that combination. So what Zolkin has to do is bend his knees. Gaines has to throw a straight right hand off the jab and come back to the hook.
Look at Gaines dancing a little bit here, too. Gaines up on his toes, boy. He wasn't able to do that at 320.
While he's enjoying being lighter and quicker, you can see even his snapping and punches a lot better. His reflexes are sharper, it's quicker. Like I said, he don't have that much weight to tote around anymore, so it's easier.
Right hand lead starting to land for Gaines right now, too. Back in Zolkin up. I need the second round to Gaines, Kevin. I don't know how you saw it.
So did I got 19-19 right now. They fight dead even. Give him the first round of Zolkin.
Zolkin a bit of a war. Look at the welt right now. It's open on the right forehead of Alexander Zolkin. Big welt, and it's got him in trouble, and so does that three-punch combination from James Gaines. Gaines got Zolkin backing up here.
I got Gaines winning this round big right now. I mean, he's catching Zolkin with three-punch combinations. He's throwing a straight right hand, coming back to the hook. He's doing what his corner instructed.
Zolkin only stopped one time in his career. That was by Henry Akinwande back in November of '96. Gaines has never been stopped.
Gaines right now is surprising Zolkin. Zolkin is pretty much shocked. I came to a boxing match and I wound up being in a fight.
And Gaines is surprising everybody, including myself right now. And what Zolkin doesn't want to do is get into a slugging match right now because he's getting manhandled on the inside by Gaines.
Gaines right now bringing the fight to Zolkin. He's blocking punches on his arms. And Zolkin got a humongous welt on the right side of his head, which looks like going to give him problems later in this fight.
It's giving him problems right now because it's an ugly welt and Gaines just really tattooing it, giving Gaines quite a good target.
Gaines is right now to control this round, controlling the fight right now. And Zolkin's got to gain his respect back.
Well, Zolkin looks like he's growing into the head on the side of his head.
It looks very ugly. It's very ugly wounds. Let's see how dangerous it is in between rounds. And
And with all due respect to Gaines' punching power, that had to be caused by the heads coming together on the inside. I don't think much could cause that. I don't think Gaines has that kind of punching power.
Never know with the most weight. Never know.
Yeah, that looks like a brick hit Zolkin in his forehead. Gaines having a fantastic third round here. Zolkin's going to have to come up with some other strategy. We'll see if John Johnson and Lee Williams and James Bailey have their work cut out for them between rounds.
Okay?
Come on.
Deep breath.
One more.
Now you got to put your hands together. One more. Combination. And use your feet. Here, full front.
Make your Vaseline. Put it up heavy up on the forehead.
Okay.
Looking good. Mouthpiece, mouthpiece. Take a deep breath.
You know, Kevin, I listened between rounds in Zolkin's corner, and he got knocked from pillar to post in round number 3, and I didn't hear any strategy changes there. I didn't even hear him say what he should be doing to set off Gaines.
Very dangerous.
Not adjusting at all.
Very, very dangerous. Zolkin needs to establish his jab and keep Gaines at bay. And slide on the inside and get close and start punching. He was short of the two, so he needs to get closer and stop being outside. So right now, Zolkin's got to establish the jab, start on the inside, push to the body, and right to the head. Gaines right now is controlling this fight. He let Gaines into the fight. I got Gaines ahead by 1 point. Right now, going into the third, going to the fourth round. So Zolkin right now is in trouble.
Of course, we're scheduled for 10. That's Zolkin in the black shorts, Gaines in the red. Nobody been on the canvas yet, but after a very lethargic first round on the part of Gaines, he took control of this fight midway through round 2 and put a big welt. We're not sure whether it was heads or elbows or whatever, but nevertheless, big welt on the right side of the forehead of Alexander Zolkin. And that certainly set the tone for the third round. Zolkin coming out here very strong, though, in round 4, like you said, using the jab to keep Gaines at bay. And has abandoned the body attack that worked so well for him, though, in the first round.
Well, the two things, I think he's worried about his head, the injury he has on his head, knows about the injury on his head. Or his corner has told him, yo, you got to start utilizing your jab again. Start getting your respect back, keeping Gaines at bay. When you throw the jab, see, you got lefty-righty thing here. So when lefty throws his jab, okay, it stops the righty from throwing his hook. So that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Every time Zolkin goes to the body, though, he's leaving himself wide open, and Gaines taking big advantage of it.
Because he's not bending his knees. When you bend your knees and you punch to the body, it's more effective. A man punches hard to hit you. But what happens is Zolkin is punching to the body, which is causing him to reach down and leaving his chin in the air exposed to be punched get that advantage on the inside.
Kevin, he's only got a half inch short. Their reach is really not that far off. This is pretty even in terms of measurement right now. And Zolkin doesn't want to stand here and slug with 455-pound gains.
So Zolkin's more compact on the inside. Short and everything.
Another big one for Gaines.
Oh, good work, my man.
Good work,
okay?
good work.
Just got to keep offense, defense out. Inside, stay over to the right, okay? And you're throwing your left hand to the body and nailing, and you've got to come back with your right hand right away because he's countering your left hand. You understand? When you land your left hand and don't throw anything else, that's when he's coming back with the right hand. The right hand's got to come right behind it. You hear me? You hear me, Alex?
This guy is running. He's trying to throw 3 or 4 punches and then run. Corner him, make him fight. Make him use his hand. When you get inside, go to the body. Forget the head, go to the body when you're inside. He's timing. Keep moving. Keep speed.
Here you go, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. It's your fight. Come on, baby.
Between rounds, John Johnson in Alexander Zolkin's corner, right on the money in terms of what the adjustment he needs. He's telling him that when you go to the body with that left, you've got to come back and throw the right hand. If you don't throw the right hand, you're sitting duck for his right hand late, which is exactly what we said, Kevin. Gaines' corner, on the other hand, wants him to go to the body now, so stop going to the head.
But they want him to find his man first, stop reaching for punches because they feel that's going to get Gaines tired. Like I said, he hasn't been in the ring in over a year, so exactly what they're trying to do is find his mark. When the punches land, those body punches will work. They're right there. Zolkin's having a lot of trouble right now finding Gaines. And his reason he's having trouble is because he's not coming off the jab. When you get a knockout, you throw your jab first and everything follows. What Zolkin is doing is going with a straight left hand, trying to knock Gaines out. It doesn't happen like that.
Keep in mind also, Alexander Zolkin has not been past the 4th round in over 3 years. Last time he went into the 10th round was against Henry Akinwande. That was in a losing cause in November of '96.
Zolkin went out throwing a very lackadaisical jab. The Gaines is going to come right over the top with the big right hand all day. Zolkin's got to get his respect back. And right now, Gaines is taking his fight to him and taking the fight away from him right now.
Nice uppercut on the inside by Gaines. Punch we hadn't seen. He's going to the body now like his corner asked him to. Zolkin not coming back upstairs after the body attack like his corner asked. As we're halfway gone in round 5, it's a schedule for 10. Nobody's been on the floor yet.
Right now, Gaines is trying to slow down Zolkin with the body shots. And Zolkin's just standing there taking them.
Zolkin's taking a pounding to the head as well. Gaines also has very deceptive defense. He puts those hands up, very good at blocking shots. He can wear out a lot of fighters, but taking shots there and to the body where it doesn't seem to bother him.
The leftiness of Zolkin is bothering Gaines at all. Gaines is right there in his face, and Gaines is taking a fight to him, landing big punches over and over and over again, and Zolkin doesn't even come back. There goes the comeback, over here left. So not gonna hurt Gaines.
But Zolkin went left hand to the body and then come back with the right hand upstairs.
Zolkin is very fatigued. Maybe those body shots took a lot out of him. He looks very tired.
James Gaines looking incredibly sharp for a man that's had almost an 18-month layoff. Certainly at this point, no matter what happens in this fight, we'd have to say that the dropping of the 80 pounds certainly did it well. Once again, we took a back to the house of pain. Fighters seem to go in there one way and come out much better. But another big round for Gaines as he finishes strong here at the end of 5. This is scheduled for 10 and everyone's explosion.
Again, you got to finish with the right hand. You're nailing with the left hand, and you're hanging on it, and he's countering.
5th round action, and we're listening to John Johnson talk to Zolkin about about not throwing that right hand after throwing the left, and here's a perfect case of it. He leaves himself open for that right hand lead after throwing the left instead of coming back and taking games out of his plan. Lays on the ropes near the end of the round, and Gaines just pummels him in another round-winning effort, at least on my scorecard, by James Gaines.
Right hand up when you finish. Right hand up when you finish.
Watch your head. Keep your head up, right?
We start the second half of the scheduled 10-rounder with James Gaines unofficially winning the last 4 out of 5 rounds of both my card and Kevin, have him up 49-46. Same instructions between rounds from John Johnson to Zolkin is that if you're going to throw that right to the body, throw that left, you better come back with the right, otherwise you're sitting up for the right hand lead of Gaines. Hasn't been able to employ it thus far.
Right now, Gaines is just outworking Zolkin. Zolkin throwing maybe 2 shots at a time. Gaines is throwing 3 and 4 punches at a time. He's out hustling right now, Zolkin, and Zolkin's got to realize that he's got to get his respect by establishing his jab again, throwing combinations in the middle of his jab. Third Gaines goes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches at a clip, and he's landing 3 of them.
What about the fatigue factor, Kevin, on Zolkin? He hasn't been this deep in over 3 years, and he's breathing heavily through the mouth. He can't wait to get the mouthpiece out when he walks back to his corner. He's taking it out himself.
It's showing up. It's showing the fatigue is showing up. Also, the body shots of Gaines in that last round is also going to be a tall tale in the later rounds as the fight goes on, if it goes on. Zolkin right now is not looking the stronger of the two. He's looking very desperate.
Gaines has never been stopped in his career. Something that people don't talk about. Can take an incredible shot. Has deceptive punching power. 12 knockouts in his 15 wins. Stopped Terrence Lewis in perhaps the biggest knockout of his career. That was back in September of '97, though. Stopping Lewis in 6 rounds. Zolkin looking dead tired right now. Can't get any jab going at all. Keeping that right hand down by his knee. Gaines can put any sort of left hook together. He can end this very quickly. We're coming up on the 1-minute mark in round 6. Gaines is in the red shorts, Zolkin in the black. Nobody's been down in the fight. Referee on the weight off had very little work to do. Not a lot of clinching, which used to be a trademark of James Gaines.
Well, he was a lot bigger. He was 80 pounds heavier. And like I said, now he's let his hands go. He's letting big punches. Zolkin's running into him. Welcome to head is pretty much the same size. And Gaines looked like he was cut the last round also.
Warning to keep shots up by referee on the weight off to Zolkin. Another sign that Zolkin's dead tired. Look where he's keeping his right hand, Kevin.
Zolkin is very tight. His mouth open, he's showing the red mouthpiece. Like I said, the body shots and the head shots, the work that Gaines is doing to Zolkin is slowing him down. And as the fight goes on, it's only going to get worse.
Watch your head, watch your head!
Head's getting a little sloppy in there. A pretty big welt on Zolkin's right forehead. Another big round for Gaines, and Zolkin's got to do something to change things.
Stay the right on the inside. Just keep fighting smart. Get your punches off. Use your feet. Don't get against the rope. Okay? And when you got to come back with your right hand off that left hand. You'll nail him with the right hand, then come back upstairs with the right hand, with the left hand. Deep breaths. Get some deep breaths on that. Okay, come on. You're in great shape. You've got 4 rounds. Let's go. Just be smart. Fight smart. Keep doing what you're doing.
Stick to it, okay?
No more one, please.
Let's go, corner, let's go! Go ahead. Hi, get over here. Come on over here, Kevin.
Round 7, and
Stay over there. Give me some
is
paper.
upset about something. And he wants that tape fixed on the hands of James Gaines. Something that's been plaguing boxing ever since they decided to put tape around the laces. That tape continuously comes loose during fights. The water gets in there.
Yeah, give me one wrap.
Elmo's getting all the housekeeping done now, Kevin. He's having to do both gloves. In Mississippi, they use an official to do it. They don't send them back to the corner. We don't know that be the results, and now we're finally going to begin round 7.
Let's see if Zolkin gets back into this fight, you know. Right now, I'm just corner, I tell him, listen, you have to get back to the jab, throw your punches, get busy. You know, he's almost got to return to his amateur roots. Starting to let his hands fly. Throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 punches at a clip. Right now, what he's doing right now is letting Gaines control the round, backing up, Gaines landing big punches over and over. They got much on him sometimes, but sometimes it is.
Well, Kevin, the corners between rounds tell the story. Zolkin breathing heavily in his corner, getting the same instruction that he's been getting for 4 rounds, which was not the jab, but telling him after you throw the left, you got to throw the right, and after you throw the right, you got to throw the left because you're a sitting duck for Gaines' right-hand lead. On the other side of the ring, James Gaines sitting very relaxed, told his corner no more water. He didn't even want any more water. He's feeling fine. Seems to be in real good shape. And I've got this fight scored 59-55. How do you see it?
Exact same thing. 55-59. I got to go into Gaines right now. Zolkin has to do something very special to get back into this fight. He needs a knockdown to draw himself a little closer. We are in the 7th round here. So Zolkin has to do something big right now to bring himself in. He only got 3 rounds to go. I was expecting Zolkin to act of desperation somewhere on Zolkin's face, on Zolkin's attitude, because he's letting Gaines walk over with this fight right now.
Just about halfway gone in round 7, and you'd have to believe at this point, low blow by Zolkin, that Zolkin underestimated James Gaines, and we talked about in the open, there was no way to estimate James Gaines because the only tapes available on him had him at 320 pounds. Nobody knew how this particular James Gaines was going to fight down to 250, Kevin.
Well, his hands are much quicker. His reflexes are faster. Like I said, the weight was showing that he's not even got an open mouth like we've seen him in the past between the battles. He's just breathing hard, he's carrying that weight. Right now, he's out muscling Zolkin.
Under a minute to go in the 7th round. You know what? As we say that, I'm seeing fatigue for the first time in James Gaines in this fight. He's starting to get hit by some shots by Zolkin, and Zolkin may be starting to get a second win. And as I say that, Gaines comes flying back with a nice right again. Zolkin's biggest problems now is where he's keeping his hands.
His left hand is down by his chest, so leaves available for a straight right hand to land at all times.
His right hand's in his knee.
Well, he needs to put his right hand up. Okay, to block the left hand, block the right hand of Gaines. Instead, he's not. He's got his left hand down, he's got his right hand down. Both hands are down. Anytime Gaines throws the right hand on hook, he's going to get in.
Right now, though, Gaines looking as slow as he's looked thus far in the fight. Letting Zolkin back in, and Zolkin having a pretty good round here. The best round he's had since the first. Is it enough to steal it on the judges' scorecard? To let you think about it at home.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right? I want to hear none of that crap over here.
Defense easy.
Beat him off the jab.
Zolkin looking to work the body, so he figured, well, I got one in on the body, I'm going to put one south of the border. He already had one warning from elbow 8 off. What Zolkin doesn't need to have happen, Kevin, in this fight is lose a point.
Oh, forget it. He can't, to me, he can't
back
suffer anymore.
upstairs
He's
with the
suffering
right
right now.
hand. Here,
Right now, he has to get back into this fight. I would tell him, it's desperation. You're going to
Good work.
knock out real soon.
Stay smart.
Get into this fight.
Offense,
You need to
defense.
get your
Offense,
hands going.
defense. Okay? Smart.
Mouthpiece.
It seems like they're telling him what I'm telling him. Off his defense, throw a lot of punches, be defensive, don't get him in there.
You're going to get out the corner, understand? All right, let's go. Fuck!
Round 8, and elegant elbow hit off. Yelling at the corner of Gaines to get out of there a little quicker. There's that right hand lead again by Gaines. As Zolkin continues to keep his hands low. Not a bad 7th round. I actually gave the 7th for Zolkin, who seemed to get a second win, Kevin.
I didn't know whether to score it even or give it to Gaines. I was a little indecisive, so I gave it to Gaines by a close edge. It seemed like his shots were a little more effective, a little harder sometimes than Zolkin. Zolkin's like it was the act of desperation. He missed a lot of shots. Gaines looks like he's taking off this round here, round 8. Like he's taking off, man, back.
I thought he took off most of 7, to tell you the truth. I've got it 68-65 right now for Gaines, but he doesn't want to let Zolkin back in this fight. Zolkin comes back, takes these last 3 rounds, and we could strong, perhaps even Zolkin, you know, on some other scorecards ahead by a point.
I got 64-69. I get the last round of games, so on the score be exactly accurate together. But because I gave it to Gaines the last round. I could have been a draw, but I hate to score rounds even. I see right now Zolkin trying to establish himself, trying to establish some punching, trying to establish the jab, but he's going backwards with the jab. He's not going forward with the jab, so you can't establish a jab going backwards.
But right now, Gaines seems to be a little punched out. The volume of punches that we saw from Gaines in the middle rounds has certainly ceased. Zolkin's got some bounce back in his feet. He's jumping around. He's working the body again on the inside of Gaines. And there's been a momentum shift here again. Zolkin's starting to take control of this fight.
Okay, let's go back.
Zolkin cannot afford to have a point taken away. You better watch that.
Remember, it's very late in the fight right now. We're in the 8th round. And remember, it's a 10-round fight, so Gaines have won a lot of the early rounds. So, you know, the way I'm seeing this fight right now is Zolkin needs a knockdown to get close to what Gaines has done already, the damage he's done earlier. And he also needs to win the rounds big, the next 2 rounds big, to make this fight even a draw.
James Gaines, 28 years of age to Zolkin's 34. And with that 3-year layoff, maybe Zolkin feeling his age a little bit, but right now seems to be the one that's getting the second win here of the scheduled 10-rounder. Neither fighter's been down. Neither fighter been hurt real seriously, although Zolkin got banged around quite a bit from rounds 2 through 5. Having a very good 8th round here, and Gaines having trouble sustaining any sort of attack as he did in the middle rounds. And nice short left uppercut on the inside by Zolkin. Starting to get some good work in. Fight tightening up, and another good round for Zolkin as we're coming near the end. Kevin, this thing's going to tighten up here if Zolkin can come on.
Great shake. Get his trunk.
Good work. Good work. Doing a good job.
Good job, Alex. Good job. Alex, you got to be smart now. You got 2 rounds, okay?
Action from the end of round number 8. And a big finish for Zolkin. And I think, Kevin, he's stealing these rounds 7 and 8 on my scorecard. Unofficially, of course, but I think Zolkin's coming on, and Gaines really starting to show a little weariness here. Maybe perhaps punched himself out in those middle rounds where he was throwing a lot of shots.
I gave that round to Zolkin, like I said, that Zolkin now is coming home, but I still got him losing by 4 points, so I believe that he needs a knockdown and to win the last 2 rounds, and he'll be able to fight a draw or maybe win by a point.
I've got it a 2-point fight.
Let's go, corner. Let's go. Back up. Back in your corner.
As we start round number 9, been a momentum shift in 7 and 8. Alex Zolkin coming on very strong. I've got the fight 77-75 for Gaines at this point. Kevin, how do you see it?
I got 74-78 for Gaines. I think that Zolkin is locked out. The early work by Gaines to me, I gave him the first few rounds. So, you know, right now I got Zolkin in a hole a little bit.
Well, Zolkin certainly looking the fresher right now after looking dead tired in the middle rounds. He's got some spring back in his legs, popping that jab pretty good. Gaines not able to throw the punches and combinations that he threw earlier in the fight. Maybe that body attack starting to take its effect. Zolkin put some punches in the bag earlier in the fight, working the body of Gaines, and Gaines looking very tired right now. Perhaps that 18 months out of the ring starting to take its toll. Zolkin dropping a low blow in there again. Elmo Adolf didn't see it, fortunately for him. He's been warned for low blows twice, holding once. Can't afford a point taken away at this point. This fight's turned into a war. Much more competitive fight than a lot of people thought. The big question mark was going to be the 80 pounds shed by Gaines. Gaines certainly looking the best that he's looked in years, but right now, not able to sustain any sort of attack.
Right now, Zolkin looks so in charge of this fight. He looks so in charge. Right now, like I said, he's coming up to the fight. He's doing things, and he's got his hands going. Number key weapon, let your hands go.
James Gaines, though, has never been stopped. And the tape comes loose one more time. Elmo Adolf can't get made at the corner of Gaines because the commission person put the tape on. And he's putting it on one more time. I'm sure Gaines is appreciating the rest. As we were saying, Gaines has never been stopped. I don't think, to my knowledge, he's ever been down, Kevin.
into the fight.
You mean Gaines? Oh, winning these rounds.
Winning these rounds right here. Zolkin's coming back. He's making an elusive comeback. He's boxing. I still like his hands down like that. He's still holding left hands, right hands, but he's coming back.
Funny little things turn a fight, though. This little rest period might have helped Gaines. Gaines comes back from that almost 25-second rest. And he's looking a lot fresher all of a sudden, throwing punches and better combinations, perhaps putting his gloves up on the ropes there for the 25 seconds, helped him quite a bit.
But still 40 seconds left in the round. I still get a kind of Zolkin right now. Zolkin's landing bigger shots earlier, better shots earlier, more in control, making Gaines miss. Right now, Zolkin should not give up his attack. Keep the applying the attack. He needs to win these rounds.
Zolkin needs to finish strong at the end of this round. On the other side of the coin, if Gaines could finish strong, he could possibly steal it. But right now, Gaines doesn't seem to be able to sustain any attack, as we've said profusely here in round 9. No other way to describe it.
Just like you started out this round, I want you to go the whole 3 minutes the same way. You worked too hard for this.
You sure did, baby.
You worked too hard for this. Don't let him steal nothing. Every time he tries to go to the body, drop the right hand on him. And
Okay? You understand me? Come on now. Come on.
Come out, please.
You got it, John.
Get no water. Okay, now last round, my man. Last round, okay?
Put this in when you pass him out. You put it in, let me pass.
Get up, right upside. Here. Okay, my man. Now be real smart. Offense, defense, be real smart this round. Second.
Come on, Jimmy.
Hold your body.
Everything. You got to let's go.
Let's go.
10th and final round. Alex Zolkin, he's in the black and red. James Gaines in the white and red. I've got it a one-point fight, Kevin, 86-85.
87-84.
By the way, in favor for James Gaines. And which means, in my opinion, this is anybody's fight right now. Zolkin been the fresher after a lethargic first round. James Gaines swept rounds 2 through 6 in our opinion. 7, 8, and 9 in my opinion going to Zolkin. So Zolkin certainly getting that second win. Gaines after an 18-year layoff, 18-month layoff, and an 80-pound weight shed, seems to have lost a lot of his ability to put the punches together in combinations in the tail end of this fight.
Well, me and you are scoring pretty much accurate. You gave Alex Zolkin 1 round that I didn't give him, so I got an 84-87. Still for Gaines, 87-all. This round, Zolkin's got to do something dramatic. By your scorecard, or by my scorecard to win this fight.
Gaines really let it all hang out here, though, in the 10th. His corner's begging him to move on, keep moving forward. And instead, he's moving backwards, which is definitely to Zolkin's advantage. Artie Tokyo Rosenthal along with Kevin Kelly. It's been quite a night of boxing here, an heavyweight explosion.
Zolkin right now can't afford to do any boxing right now. He's got to bring the fight to Gaines. Get Gaines against the rules and throw punches and punches, as they call it. Go 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 punches at a clip.
Watch your head. Keep your head up.
Trying to win this round big.
Well, Gaines hasn't been able to do that since the 6th round, and I'm sure Zolkin has done it at all this evening at all. I don't remember him throwing any 4-punch combination, but the jab has been the key to the body work on the rounds that Zolkin's won. Hasn't been able to follow it up with that right hand.
Like I said, this fight was a 12-round fight. Zolkin bringing something out closer to victory. Like I said, the damage was done early by Gaines. A lot of rounds put in the bank by himself. And now these rounds, he's losing these rounds. So the way I see it,
Oh, a big left hook by Zolkin catches Gaines. Walking in, and Gaines is in big trouble.
this is what Zolkin needs right now.
Oh, and Gaines desperately holding on right now, trying to survive in the final seconds of round 10. Zolkin coming in for the kill. Elbow right off, taking a very close look. It would be a shame to stop this fight. Gaines has never been down on to win the last 4 rounds, but watch it, you're going to see a left hook, and he catches Gaines walking in with that right to his side, and Gaines held on for the last 40 seconds. At one point, he waved Zolkin in, but he couldn't throw another punch for the rest of the round.
Well, the way I see it right now is that I got a 96, 94, still 2 points to Gaines. Very close fight.
I've got it dead even.
It could be a draw.
Kevin, a recap on how I saw it. I think except for one round, you saw it the same way. Zolkin wins the first round easy. Gaines throws no punches. Gaines skates through the next 5 rounds, basically beating the hell out of Zolkin. And Zolkin around round 7 gets his second win as Gaines seemed to have punched himself out. Couldn't punch in combination anymore.
Like I said, right now, that Zolkin needed that big. That could bring him into lines of a draw in this fight. I didn't see Zolkin win the fight. Like I said, a lot of damage early in the fight by Gaines. I think dug a little tiny hole for Zolkin. Zolkin had dig himself out here.
Well, we've talked about it all night, and of course the big story, James Gaines shedding 80 pounds after an 18-month layoff, looking like a totally different fighter in general, win, lose, or draw. Zolkin looking to keep his 3-bout win streak intact and go to 4 straight wins, and quite a fight either way. Our hats definitely tipped to our matchmaker, Eric Botcher, for putting this one together, and great work on the part of both corners, and Bill Benton with his House of Pain getting James Gaines in shape for this fight. But it's going to be real interesting to see how the judges score. Kevin, you've got, as we mentioned, Gaines up by a point. I've got the fight dead even, and I see draw and split decision definitely written on this one. And J.D. Lyons took a while to get the score sheets, and I think he's got them now. So if he can get between Elmo Adolph or in front of James Gaines, we'll get the official decision. All right, J.D.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I read the scorecards, how about a big round of applause for both these men tonight? Great show. After 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Judge Paul Sita scored the bout 97-94. Judge C.D. Jenkins saw the bout at 98-92. And Judge Keith Hughes scored the bout 98-92. All three for your winner by unanimous decision, Alexander Zolkin. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. James Gaines. Very game tonight.
I'm real interested to see this round by round scoring. Totally amazing.
Remember, they didn't give Gaines the rounds that we thought that he won? That's the only way I can see it. They didn't give him the rounds that we saw Gaines winning easily. And they gave him Zolkin. Maybe ring mastermanship or general handship or something, or boxingship or something, because I didn't see Gaines exactly losing the fight.
Kevin, that was an unusually wide margin, much different than the way we saw it. We've got Alex Zolkin here, and it's going to be interesting to see how he saw this fight. First of all, congratulations on a hard-fought battle. Was he a lot tougher than you expected, especially down at this weight?
Yeah, I knew he's a tough fighter, and he's came to good shape for this fight. So I'm excited. It's going to be a hard fight, you know.
You got that welt on your forehead early in the fight. Was that caused by a headbutt? It couldn't possibly be caused by a punch. It looked like you got hit by a brick.
Yeah, looks like. I think this is by head. You know.
Did it bother you at all?
No, I'm used to.
Okay, Alex, I got to be honest with you. We saw the fight a lot closer than the way the judges scored that fight. I have to be. You'll see when you see the rebroadcast. I had the fight dead even, which means it could have gone either way. Did you think the fight was close?
No. I believe and I know I win every round, at least 1-2 points. So I feel comfortable about that.
In between rounds, John Johnson was telling you were going to the body, but he wanted you to come back with the left. You weren't able to employ it until the last round when you finally caught him with that left hook with about 40 seconds to go in the fight. You were looking for that shot all night.
I mean, this is my favorite shot, so I mean, I'm always looking for good shots, and I honestly tried before, you know, and I believe I catch him once, but it wasn't so hard. So in the last round, he probably was tired, so I'm just catch him, you know. I did not finish him, but it was a good shot.
Again, our perception of the fight was that the middle rounds, all went, in our feelings, were going towards gains, and you got the second wind around the 7th round where you just started to get back up on your toes. You reestablished the jab. On my card, you took 7, 8, 9, and 10 going away. But were you a little concerned? You hadn't been this deep in almost 3.5 years.
Yeah, and another way, I wasn't 100% shape too. I got 2 weeks notes for this fight. I've been in good shape, but this wasn't my 100%. But like my experience, like I said, in any kind of shape, I fight to last seconds. So usually I got second win.
Yeah, I thought it was spectacular the way you came on at the end, and certainly that left hook in the 10th round. Okay, you've got 4 straight wins in the bag right now. I know you're looking to get back into the big-time picture. Not to knock our own heavyweight explosion fights, but I think you're looking for somebody in the top 10. Who's next?
I got these questions many times, and like I said, I can't control that. So any top 10 I will fight, and I will happy fight with anybody. So I mean, I just need notice for fight, and I will be ready.
Any particular target?
I don't care. I don't care.
What good news is you're staying active like you promised us a while ago. That's 4 fights in a very short period of time. This was a lot tougher one and went a lot deeper than you expect. I don't think we'll see you in 60 days, but you think about a 2-month layoff before you're back?
Yeah, maybe earlier. Maybe earlier. I'll try coming earlier a little bit.
Okay. Well, again, very good fight, and we look forward to seeing you again here on Explosion. And good to see you going to the deep water. Thanks, Alex. Alex Zolkin winning a very close 10-round decision, going 10 rounds for the first time in over 3.5 years. Now it's time to see how many of you got our trivia question right. Kevin Kelly looking to go 500 in the trivia. Who was the last person Jack Dempsey successfully defended his title against?
Louis
Well,
Firpo.
for those of you playing at home, it was the same Louis Firpo that he fought this week in heavyweight history. He came back, stopped Firpo in second. Next time he defended the title was 3 years later against a gentleman by the name of Gene Tunney. Lost the decision to Tunney, lost the rematch to Tunney. And that was our story on Timeout for Trivia. Kevin, did you get it right?
Yes, I kind of cheated. I kind of sorry the answer yesterday, so I kind of.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. We're going to have to keep you locked up in your room.
Firpo.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
I wasn't even born then. I wasn't born for another, what,